Today we are going to discuss about the component, actually how to create the new component and how we can call this component in the approved component. So first understand what is the component. In Angular, a component is the basic building blocks of the UI. So you can say like this is the like when you want to be show something in your web page, right? So we need the UI component, right? So HTML, CSS, TypeScript, these three things comes under the component. So you can think of the component as a self-contained unit that controls part of the screen as a view. Okay. So as we already learned like the project structure, how to understand the project structure and how we can create the new projects, how we can install the our development environment. These kind of things we already done, right? So today let's start the creating the new component and then call this component inside the app.root. Okay. So if you see, I have captured some key points which is like required to be like remember always. So structure, I have mentioned three things in structure, like component name dot ts. So you can take any component name. Then we have one app.ts, which is nothing but a typescript file. Then we have here app-root. This is the root component. See why it's required. It's required to render the all components. Whatever the components we are creating, that is going to render by app.root. So we'll create the project first. I already created the project day 4. So I'm just want to open that project. So first I will open the CMD. In the CMD, I need to focus on my drive. So in the app drive, we have the folder Angular. CD Angular 20 folder. Inside my Angular 20 folder, I have all the days projects. Okay, so today is the 4th day, so I have created the CD day 4. So now I want to see this in the VS Code. So write code space dot. So once you will type those sequence command, you will be able to see your code. So our project is open now. And if you see, like this is the default structure which we talked earlier. But now what is our focus? Our focus is creating the new component first. Okay. So if you see like how to create the new component, right? We have the command to create the new component. So you need to be write the command like ng g space c space, write your component name. Whatever the component name you want to create, you have to write the name. So what I can do, I can take the component name like test. So once you will click the enter, it will create one more component, new component for us. So if you see here, right, we have the structure, right, component structure. So we have this test.ts. Test is our component name, test.ts and test.html, and this test.space.ts is the for testing purpose. So if you go to the VS Code, you will be able to see this test component which we have created. Okay, so what we can do now? So if you see the ts file app.ts, we have some like component at the rate component decorator. So this is the like uh, decorator which is having like selector, imports, template URL and style URL. So how it is like how you are defining this, I will explain each and every point. Why it is selector is required, I will explain. So first, what we need to do, we need to see like we need to run first this application. So I'm running this ng sub. So I'm running this application to see in the UI. It's building first is it's building our project, and once it's done, it will going to launch the UI for us by using default port number. So if you see here, right, it have taken the default port for launching the application. So it is the default structure which we have. So we'll remove this as existing code, and we'll write our own code here. So in the HTML we have some default code which is not required for us because we want to understand much things here. So we'll remove this. And now write some message here. Okay, to know like it is working fine or not. Yes, it's working fine. Now what we can do, we can go, we have created the new component, right, test component. So in the test component we have this ts files and we have this html file. So what in the html we have test works, right? So we can write it here like one more heading tag, and inside the heading tag I'm writing my name. Okay, so I want to see this in the app component. Okay, but we have this separate component test, but I want to call this inside the app component. So for that purpose we have the selector. By using the selector we can import our component to the root component. Okay, so our main component is like app.ts. So in app.ts we have imports, right? So we need to import our test component first here. So once you will import, you will be seen here, right? Import test from the URL which we have. Okay, so save it and go to your app.html. In app.html, what you need to do, you need to take the app.test selector name. So once you save this, you will be able to see the our child component, which is like test component. So have you got this point right? So if you see here, right, selector, the selector is like the custom HTML tags which is having the app root render the app component. So hierarchy for this Angular app are made up for many components, right? So suppose you have the many components and you want to be uh, show this into the root, right? So you have to follow the same steps. Okay, in short, what you can say in Angular component, HTML view plus CSS plus TS combine into the reusable block because it is the block of the UI code, right? So it is the combinations of three things, right? So we can say it easily. So in Angular, you can use a component inside another component in a several ways, depending on the selectors. So we have many ways to write our selector. First is the element selector, which we already seen, right? Then second way is the attribute selector. Only just what you need to do, you need to be have this. If you see the projects, right, in test.ts we have this element selector, right? So what we can first we can take this in class selector. So only just you need to place dot, and once you place dot and go to the app HTMLs, here you are getting error because we are not able to get that. So comment this code and you want to show some div inside the div. You can call this component as a class. Inside the class, you have to give your app.test. So now, if you see here, it will give us the our output. Okay. So we have covered this element selector, and now we will cover this attribute selector. Class we already done. So attribute selector we can see how we can call through the attribute selector. So go to the test. Inside the test, you can have like attributes. So how you will access this in app.html? You have to comment this, copy, you have to comment this. Only what you need to do, you need to pass only the attributes name, and if you see the output will get the same output. So guys, that's it for today. Actually we have covered the selector which we have to be call the child component, right? Where we can provide the multiple selector at a time also, and summary is like element selector, attribute selector, class selector, multiple selectors we have seen in this demo, and we have seen the like how to create the new component also. So tomorrow we'll see like how to create the custom our custom uh, component, because right now we are generating this through the command. uh, Tomorrow we'll create our own component and we'll write each and every code. So if you like my channel, please do like and subscribe my channel, and we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you.